would like to follow up more on the EOS. So I heard you mention about the public good like argument for voters. So my question is, as a user, what kind of incentive I would have to actually lock up like my token for about 26 weeks, right? Just in order to vote, because I think, like trustless world, like the public good argument kind of not convincing, at least for me, not.
A lot of people will have that exact same reaction and think, I don't want to be locked up, I want to use my tokens. Either I want them to be liquid in case I need to go do something else, or at the very least I want to be able to use them for bandwidth and storage. And then you won't vote, and that's fine. The only people I want voting are people who are so committed that they want to lock their tokens up for 26 weeks. And they're so committed to do the study to cast really good, thoughtful votes. And it's totally okay to be disincentivized by that. There's nothing wrong with that feeling.
Yeah, but like, how we think about in the worst case scenario, for example, like the reward fee part of go to the people who can like do the campaign to vote for me as a producer. For me, like the worst scenario, probably I can do like offline, like subsidize like someone voter to pay vote for me. That
right. So then there's the risk of being subsidized about paying for votes. Now, it is a serious enough issue that I suspect we're going to write into our Constitution, or at the very least into a block producer best practices, that they will pledge publicly, I will not pay for votes. And if they are caught, and trust me, they'll be caught, they will be sanctioned, fined, they might lose their token, and whoever tattles on them will be rewarded handsomely. So I hope somebody tries it. Because there's nothing quite like having one dead crow tacked up inside of your barn to keep the other crows away. You catch my drift. So I'm not saying that the world's full of good actors. I'm saying enforcement and transparency are a really good thing. Highly recommend, by the way, a book by Elinor Ostrom called Governing the Commons. We are creating a commons. We are creating a shared pool resource. Just like a fishery off the coast of Nova Scotia. If you overfish it, you hurt everybody. But there's a temptation to, isn't there? No, it's an excellent one because people do succeed in this. And Ostrom found examples of organizations, human organizations, lasting hundreds, and in one case 1,000 years of successfully managing exactly that kind of resource. OSTROM, Elinor Ostrom. And examples of where it failed. And we're so used to the failures, we don't even realize there's so many successes out there. Successes all have 8 things in common. And I promise you, that's a list we're studying carefully to make sure we've got it. We are creating a shared pool resource, and we must govern it well. And that's a whole other presentation with different slides. Next question.
Hi, my name is Hans, and my question is about governance, and specifically about protocol changes and systems improvements. So do the token holders get to vote directly about each issue, or are the block producers that are elected, do they vote on behalf of the token holders?
Right, so the question has to do with, we've got this idea of upgrades, the ability to upgrade the software, but what's the mechanism for approving the change? And this is a matter of some flux. I'll tell you the current expectation right now. There's a really good model that Dash does. If you're familiar with how Dash does their upgrade voting, I love it. I wish we had that. We don't today. I'm going to be advocating for that. But the current model is much simpler. When a proposal is made for a change, let's take a simple one like changing the inflation cap from 5% to 5.5%. So that's a global change. That would need to be voted on by a supermajority of block producers. If someone floats that, is given a name and ID, and each block producer has to vote one of 3 ways. Yes, I support it. No, I oppose it. Or 3, I'm neutral. And 15, which is 2/3 plus 1, 15 of them have to have a yes vote continuously in pace for 30 days for it to go through. So you got 30 days to look. And you don't like a yes vote, vote against them. They fall out of block production, or they start to fall out of block production and change their vote, one way or the other. So the token holders vote for block producers, and block producers signal their support for the upgrade. And you can also indicate, I'm voting against it, but I have the software in place to support it if it goes through, because you don't want to lose your place.
But you can only find out after the fact, right? Like after they vote against your desires.
The votes are public. The block producers signal for 30 days continuously which way they are voting. And that is a continuous vote. And the total is visible. And even if 20 to 21 all voted in favor of it, nothing happens for 30 days. And that's a long time. You vote, if you're in favor of something that the community doesn't like, you're going to fall out of that block production pool very quickly. And now your vote doesn't matter. New producers come in, they cast new votes. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a different kind of voting, I'm sorry. I use the word voting, but yeah, it's the block producers indicate their support for the change.
Okay, so this goes back to
Andrew, your name is?
Andrew.
Thank you.
This goes back to the OSHA stuff I kind of touched on with the fishery. I only did some light reading into it, and a lot of that tragedy of the commons stuff.
Tragedy of the commons, the prisoner's dilemma, the challenge of collective action, absolutely.
Yeah. So from the basics that I kind of gathered, we don't talk about the potential difference in the fishermen on the shore. So in this system, we're going to have block producers, large holders, small holders. When we look at one individual potentially looking at their own gain at the penalty for everybody else, what worries you the most? Large holders that aren't block producers themselves. How do you see that apply to the EOS system?
Where do I see the biggest risk? The point that Andrew made, or one of the points, is that unlike a collective of homogenous fishers who all have the same boats, the same nets, and they're fishing the same fish off the same coast, a lot of commonality, EOS is going to have a big, diverse ecosystem. So, yeah, what does that mean for the health of our Swiss village experiment? What I'm cautiously optimistic of is that the people with the most skin in the game will be the people with 1% to 5% of all the EOS tokens. They're fairly large holders, but no one's got more than 5% that I've seen, unless they're somehow doing it secretly. That's a ton of money to try to buy that up. And they have an enormous economic incentive to maintain the health of this system. I am confident in the ability of that self-interest to drive collective positive action. And we will find out.
I have a question over here. My name is Rick. This is just a general question to make sure I understand. So, you cannot, once you vote your coins, you can't sell them?
While they're locked up, they are unsellable.
Okay.
You have to wait, you have to stop voting, and then they come trickling back to you, 1/26 of them every week for 26 weeks. And as they come back to you, you can dispose of them, stake them for bandwidth, whatever you want to do.
So do you have any idea what percentage of the token holders are going to actually vote? Because they might be concerned that they don't want to tie up their coins for 6 months or whatever.
Probably most of them. I doubt that even half the tokens will get voted. Probably, I'm thinking 5% of all tokens will be cast.
Okay, and when they're locked up, then those, if they wanted to sell, they have to wait the time period to get the coins back.
That's right.
So about half, but that does that cause any issues with like the nodes that are going to be there that are going to be running in terms of you can have fewer people influence who's going to actually run these nodes?
I'm not following your question.
Yeah. Maybe I'll catch you offline.
That's fine. Sure. I know our host had a question.
So real quick before your question, just want to gut check with the crowd. These are excellent questions. We have, unfortunately, a hard stop at 9 o'clock, so we still have time. So I wanted to ask, who here still has a burning question they want answered? And then who here would like to be able to mingle and have a drink and network with everyone in the room? Or keep going with questions? Questions it is, okay.
You see the collective rule.
Should we?
So I really would like our host to get a microphone.
Let's give him a good microphone.
The good microphones are the ones where you don't press the power button to turn them off.
So tell us your name.
So, I'm Darren Brisman. I told you my name earlier.
And just a reminder.
I am surprised and honestly a little disappointed. You have come here to talk about this amazing new first blockchain distributed operating system and all of the questions centered around governance. Perhaps the least interesting thing.
But the newest in the spirit.
Hold on, the first question was about resources, and you guys shut the guy down and let us straight on to it.
That is true, yes. So I'd like to ask a little bit about use cases. Who do you see actually using this stuff? Who is going to get value out of EOS? As opposed to all the people sitting around arguing about who's going to vote for it.
Right. So real quick, who here is working on or planning to work on a distributed application of any kind? Okay, you all need to stand up. Okay, I want you to give a 1 or 2 word answer. So first, yeah. Straight out. I'm going to photo of this. So first the photo, and then I'm going to ask each of you to give me a 2-word answer in response to Darren of what on earth you think your use case is. Right on.
Local marketplace.
Local marketplace.
Wallet keychain management.
Wallet keychain management. I'll give you 3 words. But sit down.
RPGs.
Role playing games?
Video game, yeah.
Right.
Transparent voting.
Transparent voting.
Exchanges.
Collectible marketplace.
Collectible marketplace.
Going about it the wrong way around. I'm saying technology and then building products.
Automotive marketplace. And a browser. And okay. You heard it great. I didn't hear it. Insurance. Hiring platform. Game development. Storage.
To empower writing.
To empower writing. Am I missing anyone with that? Some people are standing, but they're standing along in the back. Securities lending. Advertising with privacy. Retail payments.